Tangyuan is a must-eat food for Chinese New Year. Although, by the time I remember that it's Chinese New Year, all the Tangyuans are sold out. All what's left are those weird flavors or the super old ones that's already cracked. I tried to make it once and the dough was so thick and so raw, it was basically inedible. But now I have discovered this superfood hack that's gonna make it so easy for you to make Tangyuan at home. And it's going to give you the maximum amount of filling. Because come on, we all live for the filling. For today's filling, I'm going to make my favorite, black sesame. But you can use whatever filling you want for this hack. It's gonna work. Let's start with toasting our black sesame. You're just gonna do it very lightly and don't let it burn. Holy cow, that almost like lost my eyebrows there. As low as you can go without losing your face. Here's another hack. If you have some white sesame, put that in there as well. So when the white sesame turns a little golden brown, you'll know that black sesame is done. Otherwise, it's too difficult to see. And if you don't have white sesame, this is another trick you can do. Just pick it up. Oh, it's hot. And then you squeeze it with your fingers. And if it crushes easily, then that means you're good to go. Whoops. Still good, still good. Let's try again. We're making our own sesame powder, but if you want to, you can also buy sesame powder so you don't have to do this step. Now it's time to make the filling. Put the powder in your blender. Oh no, it's stuck. Beat it, beat it. Add your sugar and add the oil of your choice. So traditionally it's made with lard. We don't have that, so we're using butter. You can also use coconut oil if you want. And we're gonna blend this on high for about 3 minutes because that would squeeze out all that oil from the sesame and turn it into a paste.
Seconds later.
Maybe you don't need 3 minutes with the Vitamix. Starting to smell like it already. Just gonna push the sides down a bit and just do it a little longer so we don't miss anything. That's it. So good. The hardest part of this recipe is getting it out of the blender. I've used every single spatula that I have. Actually, we have more. A lot more. Now for this hack to work, your filling needs to be in a ball shape. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge because it just came out of the Vitamix and it's a little warm.
Few moments later.
I've put it in the fridge for a bit. Now you can see it has solidified. So it should be easier to roll them into balls now. Is this round enough for you, Kevin?
No.
Have you seen in those videos where those Chinese chefs, there's like 5 or 10 at a time and you're like, what the heck? Reminiscing on the time when we rolled out all those tapioca balls. This is much easier. You may have noticed that we haven't been posting quite often here on this channel, but don't worry, we do plan to post more often. But that's because on top of my full-time job, I started to revive my old channel. And that's Off the Great Wall. That one is about Chinese culture. So if you're interested in that channel, go check it out. I have left the link in the description down below. Put your round balls on some parchment paper and freeze them until they're hard.
That's what she said.
Ugh.
The next day.
Before you make your Tangyuan, boil some water and add rock sugar and few slices of ginger for a simple sugar syrup. So whenever your sesame balls are hard enough,
That's what she said.
you can do this step. First of all, get yourself some glutinous rice flour. Make sure it is glutinous rice flour. I think that's what happened the first time I made it and that's why I failed. And get yourself a shallow dish and a colander and a container with some cold water. Put some glutinous rice flour in your dish. Toss your frozen balls into the glutinous rice flour, give it a good mix. Once completely coated, put it in the colander and submerge it for a quick dip in the cold water. Gently pour it back into the flour and give it a good toss or use your hands to mix it all around to cover it all again. The water acts as a glue to stick the flour and create the Tangyuan skin. Add more flour periodically. Repeat this process a lucky 8 times, or until you're happy with it. You're going to have to work relatively quickly here. If they start to get soft, the coating could crack. Bring your water to a boil, but not too vigorously, or else your Tangyuan can crack. Move it around a bit so it doesn't stick. Cook for 5 minutes or until the Tangyuan floats, then you're done. These Tangyuans are massive! Tangyuan sounds like 团圆, and that means whole family togetherness and happiness. So I'm wishing you and your family 团团圆圆 and enjoy your Tangyuans together.